Greetings. So now, let me get this straight. And I mean, really, what energy are they talking about losing? If because you just said that, you just said these people are now starting to come to the realization that the sun was the key to all of their good luck and prosperity. Now, when you say that they're just now starting to realize it, that wouldn't make sense. They would have known before. Now, I mean, some people would have been deep to deep that big in the sleep, realizing that you just can't treat some people like what they would normally treat others. Some people are a little different. Some people are a little different, and you can't treat them normally and harvest energy off of them because they understand energy work and they're very, very, very skilled at calling it back. So, is that what you're telling me? Okay, I can go with that. But now, when you say that their magic caused unnecessary destruction, is that for like other people? Did their magic cause unnecessary destruction for other people? Is that what you mean by that? Okay, we can go with that. And definitely thank you for the tip on the crown. Get out my throat, please. Thank you for the truth. Yeah, people just they don't like it when I speak. And that's another thing. If you're supposed to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. In America, yeah, none of these island visiting baby eaters do any of that. None of these island visiting baby eaters do any of that. If you're supposed to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God, and we have a reincarnated monk or god on your planet at this current day and time. So what you're telling me is they don't have to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, but yet I can call my energy back and just yank the rug right out from under them. Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying? Like a magic carpet ride? Is that what you're telling me? Simple enough. Now, the whole thing about abusing our power is, we didn't sign up for this. This isn't what we signed up for. Granted, it's going exactly as planned, but it's not what we signed up for. What we signed up for was way prettier and way more beautiful than a whole bunch of unnecessary destruction due to greedy magicians. So if these if these greedy magicians have now went up against a divine light being that's embodying the sun and all of the elements that would go along with the sun, then that's going to be pretty shocking for a lot of people to hear, and that's fine. However, I mean, that is like Dr. Manhattan, so it gives them a visual, or Hellboy, either way you want to look at it, one way or the other, because Hellboy was the key. And I mean, even though Hollywood thought they were demonizing Christ consciousness, the creator always gave us a door, like the Truman Show, to walk off their fucking playset. So anyway, while they're trying to figure out their playset with unnecessary destruction, I appreciate your advice, because we had this same advice come out last year. So I just want you to know that you're repeating yourself. However, it's great advice. So keep the good advice repeating about covering up my crown, because they're still trying to attack it. And it's what it. And okay, so let's take me out of the picture, because yeah. So if they're attacking the Earth Angel's halo, because they want to cause some kind of Dane damage, and you said you want to protect your crown so you don't absolutely lose your mind like they're going to. Confirmation. Confirmation. That's understandable. That's understandable, because I mean, what you want for another is what you want for yourself. What you want, and I want everyone to learn healing. So I mean, you can't, and all healing is self healing, so they can learn to heal themselves. Simple enough. Yeah, and I know how they wished unaliving and sacrifice on the Earth Angel, and I can do that too. I think all of you could use the death experience with a QHHT session. Now, QHHT is recognized in 117 countries. It's very simple. You just go to Google, you put in QHHT, and the QHHT official website pops up with Dolores Cannon. And then you would be able to find a practitioner in your area. You could probably help some people out, and maybe even yourself for a change, because we all do. We need to help ourselves at this point. When it's basically trust no one, because you told me there's government involvement. Is that true? Yeah, we don't trust those fucks anyway. So that's what it is. However, I mean, if they have been harvesting energy too and don't want to admit the fact that they'll be affected tenfold. It's basically karma. It's basically a horrible destiny swap gone wrong for them. For them, it's a horrible destiny swap gone wrong for them. And I mean, group karma when it comes, because I mean, are we even dealing between angels and demons anymore, or has it become earth angels and humans as a whole? That's what it is. With unnecessary destruction caused by the devil. I mean, that's a problem between humans and the devil. Simple enough. Simple enough. But I understand what you ladies are saying when you say that. 100%. 100%. Because I mean, when you keep saying the Earth Angel understood the mission, which was basically to reincarnate on 316, find the devil and then ascend out of hell, leaving you all behind with the devil and natural disasters. So while you guys are sorting out your lives with the devil and natural disasters and trigger demons. I mean, if the light triggers their demons, and now you've got trigger demons and natural disasters with a bunch of humans and the devil, y'all have got your work cut out for you. Y'all have got a lot to do. Y'all have a lot to do. I mean, it's basically what she just said. It just sounds a whole lot different when I say it than when she does. So simple enough. Simple enough. I think y'all are doing an amazing job. Simple enough. Simple enough. I think, all that we went through last year was basically warnings. And it's what it is. I mean, which timeline have y'all jumped off of? Confirmation. Which timeline have y'all shifted out of that doesn't have state of emergency in New York and New Jersey? Because, I mean, I think if we're all on the same basic phone plan, and I get a state of emergency out of New York, because I mean, are there two New Yorks? Is there a flat New York and around New York? Is that what it is? We have a flat New York and around New York on Earth. Works for me. Works for me. Now I understand everybody is on different timelines. However, we really aren't that. I mean, think about that. If there is a New Mexico deluge or a Lake Isabella earthquake on Mother's Day, does that happen on flat Earth, round Earth? New Earth, old Earth, his timeline, her timeline? I mean, do we go to a different place, or is it all basically happening in the same area? That's not where we're divinely protected, because we're divinely protected and we kind of get intuitive hits on how to avoid those catastrophes. So, while everyone's dealing with catastrophes that were unnecessary, based on what a tarot reader said, this entertainment purposes only. So, talking about entertainment purposes only, with baby eaters, energy manipulation, and trying to sacrifice an energy worker. And I put that in the comments earlier. That's basically like, hey Vinny, you know what we got? Let's go down here and play with this God Force energy. And then when unnecessary destruction happens and like people just get wiped off the face of the earth, we'll blame it on the bulletproof vest that healer has. Yeah, that's what it is. It's the bulletproof vest fault. Yeah. That's the ticket. That's the ticket. God got us all that is. Angels, archangels, and masters, divine white light has to be a clear and infinite channel for your wisdom at this time for myself, as well as those I do readings for. Namaste. Sweet. And I mean, when she says you need to keep clearing out your space, I'm pumping Kundalini fire out at all times. So it's a Kundalini fire cleansing. And, when you set your mind to something with that much energy coming back, you're just basically like a walking cinder scot. So we'll just be incinerating everything with Kundalini fire. And it's just Reiki. It's not that big a deal. I mean, some of us are a little different than others, I guess. And I do remember Mystic 9 saying that these demons would be experiencing holy fire hotter than hell. I mean, holy fire Reiki is an attunement that I've had, so. However, they can't figure out how I'm getting all these new attunements. Well, I get them straight from Source. I just ask Source to give me what they think I need. And I use the Mind Valley Brain Box technique. I do the Mind Valley Brain Box technique, where you go to the seat of the soul and you step down and you open up a little file cabinet at the base of your brain stem, and you pull a DNA strand out, and then you start tinkering with it. And, I know some people do, rose cross rituals, and they call angels in and all that shit. I just ask the Source to send what I need straight down that silver etheric cord that you ladies are talking about through a crystalline river meditation. and just let them go haywire. You just go haywire with that. You climb up and down. I see little people with. You gotta think of the kingdom meditation that they teach at Higher Balance Institute. Simple enough. He talks about seeing people on horseback going down to the sore spot with giant syringes of pain reliever and giving it to you. And I mean, with my mind, I can basically mimic any sensation that I can set my mind to. So it's what it is. If I can see it on my Jose mind control screen, then I can certainly believe it in my reality. Thank you for that confirmation. Simple enough. Anyway, and you got to think, I know that a lot of this stuff just sounds like words, but these words came from classes that most people just don't have. A lot of classes, a lot of training, a lot of wisdom, a lot of exercise, a lot of experience in the situation. It's just what I do. I have a lot of free time. If you were to listen to the INFJ personality type advice, personality hacker podcast. Hang on, I'm scrying and talking to you at the same time. So if you were to listen to Antonia Dodge with the Personality Hacker podcast, she says that if someone puts in 10,000 hours to be an expert at something, the INFJ's fucking way past that. Way past that. And now we're talking about activating ancient abilities. So, simple enough. Simple enough. Thank you for that. Anyway, yeah. It's going to be some shocking things. It's going to be some shocking things for these people to understand. That's why I wait for the tarot readers to say it first. And she did. She made a pretty good statement about how, going through and seeing the endless list of energies that matched up in this situation over the course of over a year now. It's been over a year now. It's been over. I've been on vacation over a year. Amazing how I guess it's time to get back to work with it. Is that what we need, or am I taking another 8-year vacation while these people are getting karma? Because I can't do anything about them getting in karma. They have to figure out their own karma. That's what it is. What they wanted for another is what they wanted for themselves. So you just let them get what they wanted for another within themselves. Simple enough. Thank you, Spirit. And I mean, if I were to go back to the first of this video and talk about how I would want everyone to heal, well, then I would need to do some healing too. So I'm still looking for that Archangel that they couldn't sacrifice. I'll be looking for that. That way I can get some healing. Because I know all healing is self-healing. But I want to check out their business. I want to see what they're all about. And I come karma free, so I'm sure they can accept me. Simple enough. Oh, and I also did wish the death experience on everyone. So, I mean, with QHHT in 117 countries, I'm sure I can find a practitioner in my area and get another session for myself. Because I would never ask anyone to do something I'm not willing to do myself. Except cause unnecessary destruction. I mean, so sometimes destruction is quite necessary, but other times, thank you, Spirit, the unnecessary shit, that's a them problem. That's just not a me problem. That's what it is. An 8-year karma cycle. And now she did say 9. She said because we've stepped into 2025, it would be because time was ticking. And I'm sure they're just going to add because, 2026, that would be a 10. That would be completion. That would be completion of the entire situation. I've already closed my cycle out. I can do that anytime I want. I can change the script anytime I want. I become karma free. Simple enough. Until I step into an 8-year cycle, and then once I complete it, wham! Doors slammed on that shit. Simple enough. The INFJ door slam, that shit's legendary. Especially when it locks trigger demons into hell. Simple enough. Left brain, right brain, subconscious mind. Look at that. What is the current situation, angels? Ooh, Archangel Gabriel. Yeah, and I can remember in the last video I was talking about Constantine giving the devil the finger before he ascended into the light. Just like in the movie Ghost, when, the gin drug corporate corporate Carl to the underworld, kind of like Antoine LaVey. That's what it is. Anyway, Antoine LaVey. Anyway, so if we've got Archangel Gabriel in the mix, and this cards came out a couple of times. Oh, look at that! Archangel Gabriel is bringing Pisces their flowers. Look at that, and I brought flowers too. Just don't tell Marsha. She doesn't like the wallpaper. Anybody remember Marsha? Like the video. If you remember Marsha. And chances are there'll probably be no likes because nobody remembers Marsha. Anyway, moving forward. And Marsha, if you're still here, go ahead and let us know. Go ahead and let us know in the comments that you still fucking stalk the light. Follow the light, Illuminati. Transience. Ooh, I hear there's a lot of transience. Now, are there people sleeping on park benches? Because that's what she was saying. She said that these people are losing everything and sleeping on park benches. Is that true? Because of what they did to the sun? Is that true? That's what she said. And I mean, if that's true, I'd love to know. I mean, it's just what it is. Love is all there is. And I think that's some pretty important shit to know. Anyway, moving forward. Oh, yeah. See, guidance is... We don't read reversals, but it did come out upside down. Guidance is upside down. And I would have to agree with these ladies on the trust no one aspect because there's too much sacrifice the Earth Angel cover-up energy because they tried to sacrifice an Earth Angel and God showed up. And when God shows up when you try to sacrifice Earth Angels, chances are shit just gets bad. It gets bad. It does. It gets bad on Earth. Which is a good thing. It's a good thing for people to get fucking whipped into shape sometimes, especially by God. God does an excellent job of it, generally with states of emergency. And it's just what it is. God will be God. Simple enough. Simple enough. And thank you, I've had Pee-wee moments all day. I don't know how I pulled off that whole fucking intro, but I did pretty good. I've had Pee-wee moments. Yeah, me alone it's not something that you would want to miss. It's simple enough. Or probably would want to miss depending on who you are. So, yeah, I'm walking around like Pee-wee all fucking day. Let me tell you that. Simple enough. I've lost my voice. Simple enough. I ain't talked to Daisy normal all day. Come on, Daisy. It's the secret word. It's just what it is. The guidance has been upside down ever since you called me. Thank you for that. That shit makes my day. So see, I have no problem teaching you guys shit, but I'm number one for calling teachers out, especially when they're wrong. It's what I love to do, and I can't love to do something and not love it for you. Just keep in mind, some of the shit I say is so fucking far out in the right hand class. You're not going to if you raise your left hand, you're not going to know what you're talking about. It's what it is. I just got to go ahead and because it is. You can't, if you agree with everything that you fucking hear, you're not evolving. You're not learning anything. You're learning the same shit over and over and over again. So I never could really figure out about school. You know, I mean, you get in like the first grade and they're getting you ready for the second grade. And then when you start the second grade, you have to go over all the shit you learned in the fucking first grade most of the year. And then towards the end of the second grade, they're getting you ready for the third grade. And then when you get in the third grade, you have to go over all the shit that you went over in the second grade, which is basically first grade shit. And then they're getting you ready for the fourth grade. And then you get into the fourth grade and you have to go over all the things at the beginning of the fourth grade that you learned in the third grade, which is basically first grade shit. And then you go into the fifth grade and you're learning all the things that you learned in the fourth grade, getting you ready for the sixth grade, which is basically first grade shit. And then you start middle school and you feel like a fucking first grader. And you got to start you got to readjust. And now you're in the middle. Now you're in the middle of school. You're in middle school. You're in the middle of fucking school and you're still fucking basically stuck in first grade shit. And then look at homeschool kids that have access to Google and you think they're weird as fuck. Well, you know, you first grade cookie cutters in the 12th grade. There's fucking something wrong with that. There's just something wrong with that. That's why I never could figure out if you've got a dictionary that's like that thick and you only know like that many of the words that are in it. The fuck does that say? You're already stuck in an English is the hardest language to learn 2.5 inch fucking prison. There's all these other languages. They've got languages where like one word means 6 different things. It's just what it is. But yeah, it's fucking everything in the spelling world is like magic, locking you into something with the power of the written word. Archangel Gabriel. Howard, that's why when you transcend information over into the light realm. And who is this fire sign witch y'all are talking about? It's not the one that was talking about light codes and shit today that's all jealous about another practitioner, because that shit doesn't make any sense. Why would you have some fire sign witch or a fire manipulator? Is that the one responsible for the fire magic? Because, I mean, we talked about that at the first year when my neighbor's house caught on fire. And that's what y'all say. They send this energy and then it just fucking bounces off of me onto other people. And we have to follow the signs, Pisces. It's simple enough. Simple enough. However, I mean, I hear that in a reader's general reading today, and it does. It makes me think back to when I called them out the first fucking time, and it's just what it is. There's only so many times you can call these fucking people out, but for the love of money. Are they still trying to sacrifice that Earth Angel? So y'all let me know, because I'm trying to make an appointment. It's just what it is. I want to make an appointment before they're able to pull off that fucking failed sacrifice. The name Gabriel in Hebrew means God is my strength. Archangel Gabriel is the best known angel in Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. In Jewish and Christian tradition, Gabriel was ruler of the cherubim and guardian of paradise, second only to Michael. See page 22, and was said to sit on the left-hand side of God. Gabriel was the archangel of resurrection, annunciation, baptism, and rebirth. Now, are they still trying to bring a death to the earth angel's rebirth, or to the sun's rebirth? A death to the sun's rebirth. Are they still trying to do that? Is that part of the reason why they're having so much unnecessary destruction? Is that what it is? Interesting. Today, Gabriel is also known as the Archangel of Communication and Revelation, and the bringer of truth, who can direct us on our life's purpose. Now, is everybody on their purpose? That's what it is, because you do realize if you're not on your purpose on Earth, then you really don't have a purpose on Earth to be on. Archangel of Winter, the East, Air, and the Mind. Gabriel brings the drawing of fresh awareness and signals new beginnings and opportunities. Symbols of Gabriel include white lilies, bright light, the moon, and Mercury. Now, I don't know if you guys missed it. I was talking about it earlier. But I did find that that Aries, and I'm sure it's probably Aries, Mercury, Venus, the God's morning star, because the light triggers demons and kind of puts them in a chokehold with puckered buttholes. Now, when she says Aries, you have these haters in a chokehold with puckered buttholes, and then the next thing in my algorithm was there would be no mercy for the fence sitters. Can we all basically safely agree that there's nothing funnier than Aries morning star energy having puckered buttholes over top of fence sitters plastered on my Facebook? Simple enough. Something for those lusty energies to enjoy. Gabriel is said to impart wisdom and knowledge to the incoming soul of an unborn baby. And for this reason, many people view this archangel as a feminine power. She is a natural source of creative inspiration, bringing ideas wrapped in messages of spiritual purpose and growth. She can encourage us to be flexible and inventive in our thinking. If you're seeking inspiration or a boost for your creative powers, you may feel drawn to use the Gabriel card as a focus for meditation. You can also use the card when asking the Archangel to overlight a reading. To do this, simply sit for a moment holding the card and focus on the issue you wish to address. Imagine that you were surrounded by pure white light. Each time you inhale, imagine that you are drawing the light in through the top of your head and down through your body. And that really, that's a Dolores Cannon technique that works really, really well too with that. It's just what it is. There's no lie there. I hear these people are freaking out because Pisces is calling their energy back. Is that true? Is that true? Were they harvesting energy off of Pisces with moon magic because they're fucking cowards? Is that true? Is it? Wow. Ask Archangel Gabriel to grace you with her presence. Gabriel will bring you the energy of revelation. Represents mind, color white, element air, direction east, season winter, qualities clarity, insight, creativity, and wisdom. Guidance. Now, and once again, it did come upside down, and I can see him holding that hermit lantern. And I know that there's been a lot of upside down guidance around the Virgo hermit energy. And I mean, you got to think we have to put things into movie perspective. And I've already said enough about that shit, and I won't say anymore. However, if you know of anyone to be a danger to themselves and others, chances are it doesn't hurt to pick up the phone. Yeah, and I understand now. If you're anything like Tyler, Texas, 911 will be a joke in your town. However, it's always good. It's always good to better be safe than sorry. And I think of it as a nice prank. Think of it as a practical joke. You were just kidding. You were just kidding, trying to get them the help that they need. Simple enough. Guidance whenever you are struggling with a problem or if you are feeling lost and alone. The angel of guidance can dispel the darkness for you. He assures you that he is ready to help as long as you're asking from the heart. Got your nose. I'm keeping it close to my heart. Pisces has your nose. And please don't forget, I'm going to go ahead and lock that in. Until you're on your destiny, you don't have a nose. Pisces has taken your nose. Got your nose? Pisces got your nose. So, and we do. We want you on your purpose, but we don't want you on your purpose without a nose. So, and you have to have a nose on your purpose. It's no good to be on your purpose with no nose. It's just what it is. It doesn't matter what you know. Is if you know you're on your destined purpose with no nose. It's just what it is. You'll never forget that Pisces got your nose. Moving forward, as soon as you're prepared to take action, call on the angel to help you. Wait, that's not what that's my guidance was upside down. That was direction. Yeah, always direct your destiny to the fact that if you're not on it, you have no nose. And Pisces took your nose and put that shit in his pocket. And having your nose in Pisces' pocket, you will go to sleep tonight wondering, now, I wonder what Pisces pocket smells like. It's just what it smells much better than it did in high school, but it's just what it is. My pockets kick like Van Damme back then, but we've grown up since then. It's just what it is. Anyway, moving forward, take some quiet time on your own, walking in a garden, meditating, or even having a peaceful bath. Focus on the issue or situation that you need to address and ask the angel to give you a sign that is uniquely meaningful to you. His response might come to you as a sense of inner knowing or as a sudden flash of thought. Pay particular attention to dreams and to pictures or words that catch your eye in books, newspapers, or even advertisements. Trust that he will light the way. I trust in the angelic guidance I seek. Symbols, light, shepherd's crook, praying hands, key, open door, dog, and dowsing crystal. So, yeah, before I close this out, I do want to talk about the divine feminine channel. She was talking about, how as the star seeds are awakening, we are monitored heavily. I mean, hell, I'm surrounded by angels and all kinds of weird shit. So activate your astral sight, you'll see them. That was one of the key components to Mac Dryden, the director of mindfulness coaching in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Right, he silenced more than anyone I can truly find online. And he made a profound statement one time that there are crystal cities in the sky. Set your vibrational frequency to them and you will see them. Okay, cool. So with that being said, you've got Mel Carmine's channel where he had the guest on getting messages from higher density beings, where he was taking clouds and shit and mirroring them together. And so okay, cool. So that's what INFJ's interdimensional sight. We have the ability to see two images at once as a complete image. Right. So that's that key. That key to the gift of sight they're trying to take from Pisces. That's a natural ability of the INFJ. So Scott Morgan's channel can teach you that. INFJ, consciously unconscious human. That's what it is. When you're stepping into the realms of frequency and light with astral vision, it's a whole new world. That's what it is. Right? It's going to, it's a double-edged sword. You'll be able to do things that other people cannot do. You'll be able to learn things that other people won't know anything about. It's just what it is. Is it lonely at the top? Well, where is the sun in your world? Hey, what's up? How's it going, Earth? So with unnecessary destruction and all of that bullshit on whatever timeline y'all are on, since everybody's reality transurfing and shifting timelines with every tarot reader on the planet whose energy doesn't lie calling out fucking magic, illusion, and bullshit backfiring on these people I don't want to be a part of. Are they still trying to sacrifice Earth Angels? That's what it is. I hear that Earth Angel is a phenomenal healer, and I could use some healing. It's just what it is. But they have to have a business for me to make an appointment. So when y'all come across that, remember that Pisces got your nose. That's what it is. And how can I make an appointment? How can I Ronald McDonald came into the comments. It was Ronald McDonald. I am the Earth Angel and the Demon Slayer, and I can't find the Ronald McDonald house to make an appointment. I would have to find Ronald McDonald's house to make an appointment. Anyway. So, and I mean, there's too many of you now talking about a platform on YouTube with a light that triggers their demons that's calling back Sunstar, Morningstar energy. Simple enough. Simple enough. That would be the Aries, Mercury, Venus, Morningstar energy. So that's what it is. Being in a Pisces reading, it's very easy to figure out the first is always the last. Aries would be the first sign on the zodiac sign. Pisces has lived all of them. Simple enough. But the key component that they lost is what is hidden behind the moon. So when you're talking about these false people, these doppelgangers, these celebrity fakes, frauds, and phonies that are trying to pull off what we know not to be true, it's what's hidden behind the moon that is the key. And mine is the one that they lost. So simple enough, threw that shit off in the ocean and forgot that key had fins like a Pisces, and Pisces got your nose. So why Pisces has your nose and the key that these fucking weirdos lost? Simple enough. So too much unnecessary destruction for them to have the key to get in or out of any of that. So it's just going to shut the door if I can start that news cycle. And when I hear Divine Feminine channels say that the government knows that they can't come to you with any bullshit, that they know that you stand on truth and that you can see right through them, and they have challenged and set you up in fucking many ways for many years. It's what it is. As far as them, wanting to work with me, they would have to finish that group karma situation, because it very states in their Google, it states very clearly in their Google, all involved, and they would be involved. So it's what it is. Will they be able to accept that? I don't give a fuck. I'm not concerned about what people can accept at this point. That's what it is. It's always better to give than to receive. So that's what it is. They've been given the truth, and they can fucking put that in their pipe and smoke it. That's what it is. God loves America. However, I had no idea that Uncle Sam would have been that kind of uncle on an island. Anyway, moving forward. Nothing better than kids showing up on shopping carts, and the first thing you think, as far as the news goes, is, yeah, where's those Epstein files? Let's take a video of this. We'll get them drooling on those files, just because they'll be seeing kids in shopping carts. Anyway, y'all have a beautiful night. Namaste.